In today's video, I'm going to show you how to play Bones by Soccer Mommy. I've got two parts. I've got the rhythm part, and then I have like the chorusy clean part. I'm going to go through both of them. If you like the video, please like and subscribe down below, and check out the Patreon. We can join for as little as $5 a month. And for this particular lesson, the Patreon will give you access to a free PDF and a Guitar Pro file for this lesson. All right, let's get started. Grab a guitar and let's play. The chords that are going to be used today are going to be D5, power chord on the 5th string 5th fret, A5, power chord on the 6th string 5th fret, E5, power chord on the 6th string 12th fret. And those three chords make up the verse. When we get into the pre-chorus, we're going to have an A, and we're going to use an A in the bass, first finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, second finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, and third finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string. And we're going to play the 5th string and down. Next chord is an A suspended 4. We're going to replace the second finger with a pinky on the 3rd string 7th fret. And we're going to play the 5th string down also. Next we've got an E with an A in the bass. So it's like your regular E chord here, but lift off the second finger. And don't play the lowest string, but play the 5th string and down. And then finally, a B suspended 4th. So you have your first finger on the 2nd string 7th fret, and your 3rd and 4th finger on the 4th and 3rd string 9th fret. And we're just going to play the 4th string and down. The verses are all going to be the same, and they're going to start on D5, go to A5, now T. One of the ways to make this sort of a smooth transition between chords, so you can be playing the D here, and then you can play that open A, go back over to the A5, and then when you slide up, you're going to slide up on 3, and end up here at 3 and. And then to get from up here on the 12th fret back to the D on the 5th fret as it goes through the rotation, you can play an open note. So you can go. That way you've got the bass note going all the time. The pre-chorus is going to have a up and down 8th note strumming pattern, so up, throughout the whole thing, and it's going to start with a measure of A, a measure of A suspended 4, back to A, and then finally an E with an A in the bass. It'll sound like this, or repeat 2 times. The chorus is going to start with A suspended 4, and you're going to play it 3 times. It's going to slide up to the B suspended 4. You're going to play that 4 times, starting on an upstroke because we're going to have an 8th note rest in the beginning. So it's. And then we're going to slide to the A for 3 more notes, starting with an upstroke. So altogether, that part will sound like this. And from there, we're going to go back into a verse, and back into a pre-chorus and a chorus. At the very end, there is, you're basically just riding out this A suspended 4th the whole time, so it's. So in that particular part, I am playing down picking and then accenting the 1, the 2 and the 4 of the first measure, the and of 1, 3, and 4 in the second measure, and then that pattern will repeat, so it'll sound like this. And then as we get to the very end of the section where it gets a little quieter, you're going to hear little bit of different rhythm. It's 3 eighth notes, then a quarter note, eighth note, and a quarter note. And then finally the song's going to end. Now in that solo section, the tempo is going to pick up about 10 beats per minute. The song is at 103 to begin, and it's going to go up to about 113, so it really gives a cool dynamic to the song. I know maybe it's a little taboo to change tempos, but this feels very organic. And then the solo parts that are being played, they're played in D Lydian or A major. So what that is if you solo in D Lydian, you're basically playing an A major scale, but you're rooted on the D note, and it's going to have a sharp 4. So if we were to play an A major scale, and then we're going to play a D Lydian scale, it's going to be the same notes, except for we're going to start on D. That's the D Lydian, then the A major. Continued up to D. So when it gets into the solo section, the chords are going to be bashing away. And then in order to do some different parts, you can choose from this D note here. And you can also choose from A, and then G sharp. You can slide down to E. So you hear a lot of that in that song. Really creates a nice little bit of tension. So experiment with that section and see what you come up with. For the cleaner guitar sounds, there's a lot going on. It sounds like there's up to 3 different parts, and what I'm going to do is kind of highlight those main parts. The first part we're going to look at is going to come in the first verse. You're going to start with your first finger on the 1st string 9th fret, second finger on the 2nd string 10th fret, third finger on the 3rd string 11th fret, and then you're going to put your pinky on the 1st string 12th fret, and we're going to lift that off. So you're going to play 12, 10, 9 on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string, and then you're going to lift off your pinky and play 9, 10, 11. So from there, we're going to transition to a chord shaped like the D shape, and we're going to play strings 1, 2, 3. That first finger is going to slide down to the 7th fret of the 1st string, and then you're going to make like an E shape here. So you're going to have B on the 1st string, and then with the 3rd finger, you're going to have the 2nd string 9th fret. 3rd finger, you're going to have the 3rd string 9th fret. So and it's going to play that pattern 3 times through before we get to a first little break in the verse, and then it's going to have 11, 10, 11, 12. So 11 on the 3rd string, 10 on the 2nd string, 11 on the 3rd string, 12 on the 1st string, then 10 on the 2nd string, and 11 on the 3rd string. And then you're going to make a little bar down here on the 4th string on the 9th fret, and you're going to play all 9s. So you're going to start with 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd. So altogether that little section would sound like. The first time through the pre-chorus, the chorus guitar is going to accent beats 2 and 4 with single downstrokes. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. During the first verse, the clean guitar has some picking patterns underneath the chords, but there's a couple little accents that go from an open E to an open B. And you'll hear that starting about 3 measures in, and that'll repeat every time. During the choruses, the clean guitar is going to play the same parts as the more distorted rhythm guitar. Finally, during the outro section, you can hear a little arpeggio happening as it gets started, and as the beat picks up, and it's just going to go from 12 to 10 to 11. So it's just a little repeating pattern, and then there's another guitar that's also playing the doing that rhythm in the background. If you like the video, please like and subscribe down below. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Also, check out links to the Patreon down below. You can start for as little as $5 a month, and you're going to help me support beginners getting into affordable lessons and instruments. Also, for this lesson, you're going to get a PDF of the lesson as well as a guitar profile of the lesson you can play along with. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.